Namaste. My name is Kirti, and on behalf of Himalayan Yoga Association, I welcome you all to this online teacher training course. I am a teacher here at Himalayan Yoga Association, and I will be taking you through the concepts and details of the human body and yoga altogether. Let's hope you enjoy this course. Let's start.
Namaste and welcome back to the online yoga teacher training course. In today's session, we are going to discuss and start with the muscular system. As we've already discussed the role and the function of the muscular system, let's go ahead and discuss what and why is there a muscular system inside the human body. But before we do that, I request you all to please come together and chant the Gayatri Mantra with me. Simply adopt a meditative posture of your choice. Activate Chin Mudra by placing your palms on your knees, joining your index finger with your thumb, spreading the fingers away, rolling your shoulders to the back, eyes closed, and completely bring your awareness and attention to your breath. Allow yourself to get so immersed in your breath that you lose the track of the random thoughts that come to your mind. For people who have overactive brains, it helps to remind yourself to inhale and to exhale so that your attention does not get diverted to random thoughts and creates anxiety. Now, as soon as you feel that you've gathered your awareness, slowly bring your hands in front of your chest, Namaskara Sthiti. Join the heart center with the back of your thumbs. Keep the chest wide open, eyes closed. And if you know the mantra, you can chant it with me. Otherwise, you can always repeat it afterwards. Slowly take a deep inhalation. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Having absorbed the vibration and the effect of the mantra on your mind and your body, let's start rubbing our palms and gently create some energy between our hands. Before you open your eyes, cover your eyes with your palms. Keep your eyes closed and touch your face, massage your face wherever you and anywhere else you wish to transfer this energy to. Before opening your eyes, once again fold your palms. Bow down to your fingertips with a few blinks. Open your eyes. Welcome back. So, what do we know about the muscular system? The muscular system, just like how the skeletal system plays its own role and how any other system, whether it's a digestive system, whether it's the reproductive system, whether it's a respiratory system, they all have their own roles to play inside our human existence, or even if in other animals and other creatures inside the entire universe. The muscular system specifically has its own benefits, has its own perks to offer to human existence. First of all, let's talk about the function of the muscular system. There are three major functions that the muscular system plays or has inside our lives. The first one is movement, which is very obvious and easy to understand for anyone. Movement is a very important function of the muscular system. Please keep in mind that muscles do not have the possibility of pushing things away from them. Muscles are only capable of pulling things towards them. That is the only property of muscles whenever it comes to application of force. But because of the random and the different placement of the different muscles inside the human body, they are able to function and work together in order for us to be able to push things away from us if we need to, as well as pull things towards us whenever we need to. But in principle, every single muscle, one way or the other, is still just pulling. If we talk about the movement aspect of the muscular system, then the muscles, they attach to various bones. Now, understanding the function of the skeletal system, the bones form the framework of the human body. They form the structure, they form the posture, and they are present in each and every part, each and every limb, each and everything inside the human body. They are at the base of human existence. These muscles, they occupy and cover different bones in different locations throughout the body, and their placement helps us to work with the skeletal system. Their placement, the muscular placement, helps in accordance with the skeletal system, helps us to apply force whenever we need to in order to make things happen, to move things, or to move the human body in itself. The second function that the muscular system has inside the human body is blood circulation. Now, blood circulation, which may not be as obvious as the function of movement, is also a very important function of the muscular system. The muscles which are placed together next to each other, whether it's different muscles, different muscular bundles, or different muscular fascicles against each other, they are also having blood supply passages, valves between them. Anytime you contract and expand a muscle, you are also stimulating these different blood supplying valves inside any random body part. Just in case, for example, if I have to give you an example like this, there is this one pose which is called as the lion's pose in yoga, which is leaving the most benefit and the most effect on the facial muscle. It is said that if you practice the lion's pose every day in your own, if you include this pose in your practice, then it will result in a natural glow on your face, just because it stimulates all the different muscles of the face together in one single movement, and that results in an improved circulation of blood in that particular area. Anytime you contract a muscle, anytime you flex a muscle, you try to make any movement happen, it is naturally going to, two muscles are going to come together because they're going to swell up in size with the help of a contraction, and they're going to squeeze open the blood vessels in between these muscular bundles, which in return is going to boost circulation in any area. The third type of movement, the third function of the muscular system inside the human body, which is involuntary in nature, is peristalsis. Peristalsis is an involuntary function of the muscular system. As I'm sure you're aware that there are 3 different types of muscles, which we're going to discuss in another video. Peristalsis is a movement or a property of the involuntary muscles, or the muscles that you cannot control by simply thinking about them. These muscles are the muscles which form the internal organs of the human body. These muscles are what forms the esophagus, the stomach, the lungs, all of the different organs. These are called as viscerals, and these viscerals or involuntary muscles work on the principle of peristalsis. Keep in mind that you cannot make peristalsis happen by simply thinking about it. There needs to be a subconscious motivation which is coming from the nervous system or the back of your head somewhere. For instance, anytime you're trying to swallow food from your mouth and down towards your stomach, there is this entire food pipe, also known as the esophagus. The esophagus is responsible for the esophagus is actually the bridge between the mouth and the stomach. The stomach is where the digestion happens. But the peristalsis movement is basically a muscular movement or an involuntary muscular movement in the specific muscle which the esophagus is made up of, which allows for the bolus or the food particle that you have grinded and chewed in your mouth, which is ready to move further in the process of digestion, to move down with the help of this peristalsis movement. Now, the same movement is present in various other aspects of the human body. For instance, the stomach uses the peristalsis movement to further grind the food. The small intestines in the human body, they follow the peristalsis movement to further push the food away from the stomach and down towards the large intestines. The large intestines, they again have their own peristalsis movement when it comes to pushing the excretory waste out of the human body. So all the functions that take place inside the human body, one way or the other, is all a property of muscles, even though they are not voluntary in nature, but they still are a subconscious or involuntary property of the muscles. These are the three functions of muscles. Now let's go ahead and figure out the anatomy and the structure of a muscle. If you've ever seen any diagrams associated about muscles, then you'll realize that the human body has different muscular bundles, one on top of each other. The muscular bundles, these muscular fascicles, as we can say right here, muscle fascicle bundle, these are a combination of not just the muscular fibers or the muscle fibers, they also have the connective tissue which is called as fascia, connecting these different muscles together. Can you imagine what human bodies would have been like just in case if there was no fascia connecting these muscles inside the human body? The fascia is responsible for holding not just individual muscles fiber with each other, but is also responsible for holding and putting together the different muscular bundles against each other. If there was no fascia, then the entire body would never really have a shape apart from the stomach, apart from the skeletal system itself. The whole body would not be able to show the contractions and expansions as such, because it will all be a very saggy body of muscles hanging freely from the bones, which are still connected, but they do not really have a shape or a structure. Simply put, what you have to remember, fascia is another type of connective tissue. This, in case, is functional in case of keeping the different muscle fibers as well as a combination of millions of muscle fibers coming together to form muscle fascicle bundles put together in place and in shape. Another important aspect of the muscle is the nerves that are running through them. Now the nerves is, especially in case of the voluntary muscles, or simply said the muscles which you are capable of moving by simply thinking about them, these nerves play as the connection between the mind and the muscle itself. These nerves are responsible for giving them instructions just in case if you want to make any voluntary movement happen. These receive the instructions from the mind with the help of these nerves. Now there is another set of nerves or capillaries which run through these muscles, which are responsible for supplying blood, as we discussed, between and across these muscles throughout the body. Since these muscles, they cover the entire body as a whole, everywhere on a human body has some or the other aspect of muscles on them, and naturally they require the capillaries to run across them in a very systematic fashion. So different muscular fascicle bundles will also have different capillaries running through them, and these capillaries, they not just form one part of the muscles, they are available throughout the body. That's because circulation is very vital for human existence. So these are the three, if you'll see right here, then the entire muscular fascicle bundle is a combination of many different muscle fibers coming together. These different muscle fibers coming together will also have fascia between them. This blue dotted area between these muscle fibers is fascia, which not just is on the inside of these muscle bundles, but is also on the outside, which is responsible for connecting different muscular bundles with each other. There are nerves running through the entire muscles which give them instructions. You can simply think about contracting just your biceps by thinking about it, and that is possible because of the nerves which are running across the entire bicep area individually. There are capillaries which supply them with blood, and this as a whole is the entire structure and component of the muscular system, the anatomy of the muscular system. The muscles, they help boost, or the muscles need protein to prosper in further growth, size and function. So adding a lot of protein in your diet is going to help you maintain a healthy muscular system. But protein diet is not the only thing that you need to put in your body. A lot of physical workouts, that means a lot of physical exercises, are very vital for human existence. Muscles are also having various other properties to them, but we are going to discuss those different properties in the upcoming few videos. Until then, I hope you found today's video interesting, and I will see you again next time. Until then, thank you and namaste.